Hi guys, and welcome to the series finale of the Sideline Show. Now we want to start this episode off by saying we will have a series finale bring back after the NBA Finals to recap that series for you guys. If and only if we get 6 likes on this video, 1 reply on Twitter at Sideline Show Pod on Twitter, and 40 views on this video. But if we don't get those numbers, this is the last time you'll be seeing us. We're going to start off today's episode by recapping the last night's NBA Finals, Game 1 between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. Would you want to give us a little recap of that game?
Yeah, so I want to start off by apologizing to Bam Adebayo. I think I spent the last 3 podcasts slandering him and saying that he would not show up. He did show up. Unfortunately, none of his teammates did, but that's my bad, Bam. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's kind of the recap right there. The Nuggets had a peak Nuggets game, right? Everyone got involved. Everyone was scoring the basketball. And it was all led by, their man in the middle, Jokic, who it felt like was just taking a step back, facilitating, letting the offense come to him. And then he had a 27-point triple-double.
It felt like he did absolutely nothing the whole game. You look down at the stat sheet, and it's a 27-point. It's the KD effect.
It's the KD effect, except more profound, because
you
see where the assists are coming, and you see him getting these layups and just letting the offense come down.
But then when did he have 12 free throw attempts?
I don't know. He was just getting it going.
So a big topic of discussion in that game was the Miami Heat attempted 2 free throws the entire game, which is the lowest by any team in NBA Finals history. Now, that being said, the Miami Heat took more jump shots than they had the whole season. They weren't being a physical team at all. And they were being sloppy. They had 8 turnovers in the game to the Nuggets having... Well, the Nuggets had 10, but...
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm generally a pretty big ref guy, and I'll get in on the refs if they're doing poorly. And anytime I see a stat like that, my mind immediately goes to something suspicious is going on. But there wasn't anything suspicious.
They weren't playing aggressive.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that starts with the role players had no confidence, right? We talked about it yesterday, actually. We said the Max Strus-Michael Porter Jr. matchup was going to be
Michael Porter
huge.
Jr. played great defense.
He did, which was shocking.
Yeah.
But also, we saw he came out of the gates shooting well. Now, that did not translate till later on, or later on in the game. But that being said, he at least made one, which made him better than Strus. And
he hit 2 threes.
He impacted the game in other ways. And the other matchup we highlighted, we were wondering who would guard Aaron Gordon, right?
Yeah.
And it was Jimmy Butler like we thought. But the thing is, he would get out in transition, get a matchup versus Max Strus, and he started off the game with 8 quick points on just dunks.
Yeah, and he ended the game with 16, which is really solid for him on great efficiency.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the name of the game for the Nuggets. They didn't shoot the ball well because Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray were kind of shaky behind the arc.
Jamal was killing it.
But not from behind the arc. He was just scoring.
He went a little cold in the second half, but that first half,
yeah,
Jamal Murray, it's gotten to a point where you have to wonder, where does Jamal Murray rank amongst his peers in this league? Because in my mind, I think he's a guy who a lot of people haven't really thought of when you're ranking the top players in the league, the top point guards. Now, I'm not saying he's up there with the best of the best, but I think he's within that 30
Well,
range.
let's just do a quick think. Okay, so better point guards, we have Luka, we have Shea, we have Dame, we have Curry, and we have Jalen Brunson.
So I went over it last night. There were 23 guys in my mind definitively better than him. No arguments to be made.
Okay.
Better than him, right?
Is Jaylen Brown better than him?
Jaylen Brown, I did put as one of those guys.
I think Jamal Murray is right where Jaylen Brown
But
is.
yeah, I the thing is, I was trying not to be too much recency biased.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown has been very solid. But so is Jamal Murray. If you're not going recency bias, the last 3 years, ever since the bubble, he's been one of the best players in the NBA.
The thing is, though,
best scorers.
We didn't see him last year. Wait, hold on. You say he was one of the best scorers in the NBA?
In the bubble, he was.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. But yeah, we didn't see him last year. we didn't see him for the second half of that 2020-2021 season.
He's one of the 42 best scorers in the NBA.
Sure. But him and Jaylen Brown, I think, are kind of at that similar level.
I just think
Brown plays defense really well, though, so that's why.
I think Jamal Murray steps it up, though, when it comes to the next
which
games.
is why I'm thinking, like, no one really, I feel like, thinks about him as a legitimate number 2 option or a legitimate top guy in this league. But I don't know. I think he's within that 30 range.
I could see that. Anyways, moving on to the Heat. Gabe Vincent, he started the game really cool, and then he hit some shots at the end, I think.
No. Gabe was the only guy who actually had it going for them for their role players.
But the game was pretty much highlighted by Max Strus not being able to score and Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what you expected out of him, but from like before, I think you got to start Duncan Robinson next game.
Well, here were the two interesting things to me, rotation-wise, you saw from the Heat. You saw Kevin Love did not play. Now, we were wondering yesterday what his role was going to be. I think that at the bare minimum, he should have a role, right? I loved Haywood Highsmith's minutes, so I don't want him to cut into him.
Yeah.
But I think we can kind of carve out a role where maybe we have him taking Cody Zeller's minutes, because Cody Zeller isn't doing anything. It's not like he's capable.
Cody Zeller's
of
on the floor
Jokic
to take
anyway.
minutes.
Yeah.
Udonis Haslem did not play yesterday, so
Nikola Jokic did. Oh, and another thing, our X factor that we said of this series, Kyle Lowry, actually did show up. He
played a solid game.
He punished the Nuggets for playing drop coverage
Yeah,
in the
11,
pick
5,
and roll,
5.
like we said he was going to do.
Yeah.
And he kind of was the key factor in maybe cutting that lead down to, I think it was like 9.
Yeah, they got it to 9 in the fourth quarter, and then Nuggets hit a big 3. Bam Adebayo did take a 3. I remember seeing that, and I
didn't shoot one.
Yeah, I remember watching him take it, and I was half paying attention to the game at this point because it was like a 15-point game, and he took a 3, and I was like,
was it end of shot clock? I don't recall that.
I didn't even think it was. I was.
He sometimes pulls it if he's wide open, and he can hit it.
Yeah. I mean, he's an NBA player. I mean, it's a good thing he's not afraid to shoot it, and he played a great game of basketball.
Yeah, so. that was the thing. We saw him. I didn't see 3 personally, but we saw him expanding and taking a lot more shots in the second half. Maybe a decrease in the efficiency, but he had to when you look at who was around him.
He had to shoot.
And the guy who I thought he got off to a great start, and I was like, okay, this kind of caused my worries a little bit. Was Jimmy Butler? He got that 2 to start, and then he hit a 3. And again, their first 5 points of the game. He only had 8 points after that. He had 13 points total. Did nothing in the second half. That's what we were worried about yesterday.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing that the Heat did yesterday, they just started a little bit slow.
Yeah, they did, but also that was another thing. We thought that the Nuggets could come out rusty and that they could take advantage. It was the Heat instead who came out rusty, couldn't hit a shot, and kind of let the Nuggets ease into the game. And that was where Jamal Murray was big time, in my opinion. That first half I think he led the game in scoring in the first half. And he really kind of eased them into the second half where Nuggets basketball really came out and they dominated that third quarter, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, we did say yesterday that the game was probably going to be decided by the first quarter. Whoever took the lead in that first quarter and was probably just going to hold that lead throughout the game. The Nuggets went up by 9 in the first quarter, won the game by 11. So,
yeah, I think if you're a Nuggets fan, you have to be just ecstatic with how that game went, because
that's not the kind of game the Nuggets win.
No, it is. My thing is that was beautiful basketball, right? Like the Heat had no answers for anything they were doing. We saw an Aaron Gordon that we didn't see last series. His confidence is back.
And you saw Michael Porter Jr. that wasn't hitting the shots he normally hits.
But still found a way to impact the game.
Found a way to impact the game. Played great defense. Wasn't hitting the shots he normally hits, but still ended up getting a decent amount of points from a role position. A big thing, by the way, for the Nuggets, they can have a really short bench right now
Yeah.
because they had the long break, and now they have 3 days rest before the Sunday game, or 2 full days.
They like a short bench anyways. I
Yeah.
mean, we've seen Bruce Brown has scored more points than the rest of their bench combined by like 80, and he's, obviously been amazing this postseason, and any team that would have let him go in the offseason was idiotic.
Who?
Kevin Durant. Jeff Green, another former Net, I wonder what this trend is, has also been valuable for them, but they can kind of stick to those two and Christian Brown, who has been amazing for a rookie, especially.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, Nikola Jokic has bested Nikola Jovic in Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
They said he took him out to dinner when he got to Denver.
Oh, they took out Jovic?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Like Jokic and his family did?
I don't know if Jokic and his family, I just know Jokic was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just seems like a good guy that loves to play basketball. Anyways, Game 2 is Sunday. Big break. That's how they do it with the NBA Finals. They typically do 2 full days. I think next week it's Wednesday, Friday, though, so there's a 1 day in between.
Yeah.
That, yeah, that makes sense.
One thing I want to add is I feel like one thing we've talked about is how Spoelstra, in our opinion, is the best coach in the league.
I think Spoelstra's the best coach.
And I think that is a big part why they've gotten here so far, right? Is they've had a massive advantage in the coaching department in each series. Now, they still have an advantage, but in my opinion, Michael Malone is either the third or second best coach in the league. So when you kind of...
Where do you put Kerr?
That's the thing.
Who replaces? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of them is 2 and the other is 3.
And the only thing with Kerr is we just saw what their GM's name is who?
Bob Myers.
Yeah, Bob Myers. Yeah, we're gonna talk about him later. It's the same thing with Curry. You're like, I mean, if I was coaching Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, I think I could win an NBA championship too.
But we saw that system he designed before KD
Yeah.
got there.
Yeah.
Won
So
the
I
championship.
don't think it's.
And we saw what he did last season when they won the championship too. In my opinion, he's stamped himself as an elite coach. Not as good as Spoelstra because no one can touch Spoelstra. But I think we got Kerr and you have Michael Malone, and those two are either one of them's 2.
If
one's
Tom
3.
Thibodeau takes the Julius Randle's Knicks and we win next year and we keep him and then we win the year after that, I think he's the best coach in the NBA. 2-time, well, he'll be a 4-time coach of the year.
Yeah. But I think with that kind of still having the advantage, but not as much of an advantage, I think they rely on that coaching advantage to help them a lot. And
Yeah,
I
think they're
loved
gonna make a
Michael
lot of
Malone's
adjustments.
game plan. I liked what Spoelstra did as well. He didn't run the zone with Jokic on the floor like we thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we knew Denver would
He
exploit
would
it.
tear it up
But he did go to it,
when he wasn't.
and it kind of worked a little bit.
The Nuggets offense just isn't that sharp without him. Jokic did sit for 8 minutes yesterday. They gave. Who played center? Was it Jeff Green playing center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing to look out for is Jamal Murray's conditioning because we've noticed. I mean, again, this is his first
played a
season
lot.
back from a surgery. We saw. I think it was one of the games versus the Suns. At the very end of the game, he kind of was starting to chuck a little bit because he was just tired. He looked a little bit gassed in one of the final possessions last game. He played 44 minutes.
Yeah, he played a lot.
I don't know that was entirely necessary, but the way he had it going in the first half and the way their offense looks without Jokic, you got to do what you got to do. You get a win that you needed, so I don't blame him.
Yeah.
2 days rest, too.
Yeah, 2 days rest, and yeah, we'll see what happens in Game 2. Do you have anything else to say about this game? I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'd say.
All right, so going on to more news in the NBA, Bob Myers has retired from being the general manager of the Golden State Warriors for the last, 8-9 years?
Yeah, I don't know. Architect of a dynasty.
Yeah, people are wondering if the dynasty is over. It doesn't tell me when he started his position. 11 years. I actually did mean to say that. I just said 8 or... I thought it was like 2011, 2012. But so this is a lot of people were criticizing him once he retired, which is kind of adverse to what you'd expect.
What, criticizing him for?
Well, they were basically saying he's pretty much overrated.
Who said that? That's
A lot of people on ESPN are saying it, and was because Curry and Clay weren't drafted. He didn't draft Curry or Clay. Oh no! He definitely drafted Clay.
Well, he took over as the head executive in 2012, but I imagine he was
assistant GM.
Yeah. So he was still involved with the other picks, and a big thing about that team was anyone can draft.
And they hired Steve Kerr.
Yeah. He hired Steve Kerr. We've seen other teams draft young cores and have no success. Look at what the Thunder did back in the day. No championships there. Look at the Celtics.
Yeah.
Current day.
Oh yeah.
They've been the young and upcoming team that's supposed to win. I don't know why.
Wait, did he
still
step
labeled
down or
young.
did he retire? He retired, right?
No, he stepped down. I think that my personal guess is we're going to see him kind of take this year off as he kind of evaluates the league to see where his next position will be, and we'll see him take over our team next year. I just want a new challenge, honestly. I respect it.
Yeah, I respect it too. But a big thing that Bob Myers does is he keeps the morale up in the locker room.
He's a big culture guy.
He's a big culture guy, and building a culture is hard. Building a culture of winners is impossible. Building a culture of a dynasty, it's been done three times in the history. It's been done 4 times in history. Michael Jordan did it with the Bulls. No GM did that. Greg Popovich did that with the Spurs. No GM did that. Bill Russell did it with the Celtics. No GM did that. And then Bob Myers did it with the Warriors.
Or would you count the Lakers as with Kobe and Shaq? No dynasty.
Not a dynasty. It's a three-peat, but it wasn't a dynasty.
And they went to a finals, 4th year in a row.
I think that was just the 2 best players in the league were on the same team.
Dynasty. Dynasty run by them.
I don't think anyone built that. When you think about the...
Phil Jackson.
And LeBron did it with himself. So he did it with 3 different teams.
Well, how are those dynasties, but Kobe and Shaq isn't? Right? He never won 3 in a row.
Fine. Phil Jackson did it for Kobe and Shaq. No, I think... I don't know. Wow, who do you think did it? I don't know.
It doesn't matter who did it. I'm just saying I think it's a dynasty.
Yeah, I guess.
If you win 3 in a row, that is the definition of a dynasty. You were untouchable for 3 years.
Yeah, they won all 3 convincingly too.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
And you went to a 4th one.
I was thinking like Jordan did it 6 and 8 years. Russell did it 11 and 13 years. The Warriors did it 4 times in 6 years or 7 years. That's what I was thinking.
They did it three times in 3 years. Warriors never could do it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that's true. Because of King James. I don't think...
Also injuries.
And injuries in 2019.
They would have beat the Raptors.
Oh my gosh.
KD was healthy.
Yeah. And they would have destroyed the Rockets.
What?
In the Western Conference Finals. Like, if everyone was healthy, it wouldn't have...
Oh, that year. That
was a bad Rockets
team. That was a weaker Rocket team, but they would have lost the year before if they didn't have Scott Foster on the
call. Anyways, so we'll see what happens with Bob Myers. Good run in Golden State. We had something else, right, for NBA? Ja Morant. Adam Silver comes out and says Ja Morant's punishment has been decided, but he is holding off on saying what it is until the NBA Finals has completed because he doesn't want to take attention away from the teams. I think that's a great PR move by Adam Silver.
It is, but it's also super ominous.
It is very scary for Ja Morant because that means it is probably a pretty harsh punishment because he thinks that ESPN will take coverage time away from the NBA Finals to talk about this punishment on Ja Morant. So,
which they would undoubtedly do regardless of the punishment length. But the fact, in my opinion, that he said they found additional information, if it was positive information, we would have heard about it.
And Ja Morant's team would be pushing it out however they could.
Yeah. This to me sounds like maybe
a suspension of great
I think we're going to see a minimum of a half season.
And it's unfortunate because Ja Morant is the shining star of the 2019 draft class, the Memphis Grizzlies.
I mean,
You can't do stupid stuff, though. You were told once, you can't do it again. Listen, he didn't, to our knowledge, he didn't break any crimes.
That's the thing, though. He might have. What
He
could
might
this
have.
additional info be, right? Like, who's to say he didn't maybe use that gun? You know, like,
Yeah.
the additional information and how ominous he made it sound, he very well could have broken some crimes. I think that we're looking at a minimum of a half a season with the way that he stated that, and it could be more. And if you are a Memphis fan, I feel terribly for you right now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
your season, essentially, your next season that hasn't even started yet, hangs in the balance for the next couple of weeks while you wait to hear what the suspension is.
Yeah. So we'll see what it is after the finals. After 3 more games of basketball, we'll know what happened to John Morant. Nuggets in 4. Anyways, that's pretty much it for basketball news. So just to brief recap, we got Nuggets up 1-0 in the series after an 11-point victory against the Heat last night. Game 2 is on Sunday. And that's pretty much it. MLB news, Gary Sanchez is on a tear with the San Diego Padres.
Offensive tear.
Offensive tear.
Still isn't.
He still can't catch the ball, but he can throw it. He was always able to throw it.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you see that one play, though, where he just forgot to cover home?
Listen, I mean, I used to love Gary Sanchez, and I still do like Gary Sanchez.
Yeah.
But was with the Twins this year, got DFA'd, signed by the Mets after 1 game, got DFA'd, and now the Padres figured something out with him. So the Padres, honestly, if Gary Sanchez can be a shell of what Gary Sanchez was to us in 2019, 2018, 2017, any of those years, the San Diego Padres are becoming one of the scariest teams in baseball, and
Too bad they still can't win games.
they can't win games, though. It's a really hard division because the Dodgers are going to be the 1 seed, and it's pretty much just whoever can make it to 2 seed and maybe make a wild card.
And the Diamondbacks aren't a bad team this year.
Zach Gallen is playing well. Ketel Marte. And the Braves and the Dodgers are still the front runners in the NL. So we have, since it's our series finale, we decided we were going to do 2 little quiz games. The first one is going to be a joint quiz we're taking on Sporkle. So unfortunately, you guys can't see the screen, but we're going to be doing every NBA team's all-time starting 5. Here, I'll show. I don't know if you guys can see very well. Right here. And we're both going to be taking this together. So as we find names, we will be saying them out loud, and we'll do our best to give a recap. It's 20-minute quiz, so we'll be taking that. And after that, so if you guys don't want to watch it, you can skip about 20 minutes ahead in the video, where we're going to be doing a draft of an all-time MLB roster. Starting 9, starting pitcher, starting like a whole lineup with a DH, a starting pitcher, and the relieving and a closer. All right. So we're gonna start this quiz in 3.
Before we start, I would like to add a hot take. Gary Sanchez will be cut in a week.
That's not a hot take. That's what's expected, Gary. All right, but if you guys get the 6 like, 40 view, 1 reply on Twitter, we will be letting you know that Gary Sanchez got cut.
Yeah.
That is my guarantee. All right, we're gonna start the quiz in 3,
regardless if he
2,
got cut or not.
1. All right. So you want to just start with who do you want to start with? Let's just do the Warriors. Curry, Thompson, no, Mullen, Durant. Yeah, I don't think he is either.
Rick Barry.
How do you spell Chamberlain?
It's like chamber and then Lain.
Right. Rick Barry for the small forward, and center is Wilt Chamberlain, who's their power forward. Green. Yeah, I think he's better than Durant.
To recap, the Warriors do not have Klay Thompson or Kevin Durant on their all-time team, according to this quiz.
So this is gonna be a fun one. Houston Rockets point guard.
James Harden.
Harden's gonna be listed as a shooting guard, but center Olajuwon. Power forward Malone. Moses Malone. Small forward McGrady.
No.
No.
Probably. The Houston Rockets are a team that have had a lot of guys just randomly come through there, Hall of Famers. Like, they could say it's Clyde Drexler.
It is Clyde
Yeah.
Drexler. Point guard for the Houston Rockets all time.
Steve Francis.
Do you think so?
No.
Um,
My guy, though.
let's move on to the Pacers. Small forward, Paul George. Shooting guard's going to be
Tyrese Halliburton.
Reggie Miller.
TJ McConnell, no doubt. Point guard.
It was not TJ. I spelled it wrong, but it was not TJ McConnell. Power forward. I don't think Danny Granger.
No. It's not Danny Granger. Center's probably Rick Smith. My guy.
It is. Point guard. Who is a good point guard for the Pacers?
Darren Collinson.
That's not his name.
That is the name.
Collison.
I meant to say Collison.
Yeah. I can't think of a power forward or point guard, so we're gonna move on to the Clippers.
Clippers, you're gonna have Lob City, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Well, actually, McNew's probably the center, but
Chris Paul.
JJ Redick.
No way, right? No. Okay. Actually, well, that's actually kind of fire.
Was Michael Red really a small forward?
He was short then, right?
I don't think Michael Red was a small forward. He was a bucket. That's his real position.
And he's as old as LeBron. He's 6'6", shooting guard and small forward.
I guess.
All right.
Modern NBA. Why not?
Let's just really quickly get the Lakers, Magic,
Kobe.
Oh,
Elgin Baylor.
yeah, it's not gonna be LeBron.
Kareem and Shaq. They'll put Kareem at the 4. There's no hyphen. Also, there might be 2 R's. I don't know. Because I think his name does have a hyphen, but I don't think they do it for these quizzes for some reason. Unless they do.
I spelled Adbul at first.
Memphis. Is John Morant the best? No, it's Mike Conley.
Yeah, it is. I think John Morant's a better shooter though. Zebo. What's his real name?
Zach Randolph.
That's funny. Who's their center?
Wait a minute. They have Zebo as a small
I
forward?
thought he was gonna be their center.
No, he would be their power forward.
I know.
Marc Gasol is their center.
Right, that's who it was. And Pau Gasol, their power forward. Shooting guard.
Tony Allen, Grit and Grind Grizzlies.
Let's go.
That's just the
Miami Heat. Yeah, that is just a great name. Miami Heat point guard. I don't know. Let's get LeBron in there. Let's get
Mario Chalmers. No, I was joking. Tim Hardaway, probably.
Yeah. Power forward Bosch. Center Alonzo Mourning.
I love seeing him with Pat Riley at all the games.
Yeah.
They look so serious. They're always just up to something else.
All right, we're at 51 out of 150. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes in. Milwaukee Bucks onto the Kuba.
Giannis. Just look it up how to spell his name. This is a timed quiz.
It's on. On Teto Con. No, I'm just gonna put it in.
Yeah.
Just gonna put it in. Point guard for the Bucks.
Rookie Brandon Jennings.
Is he actually gonna be it?
No.
But
But he was a bucket in NBA.
Oh, Oscar Robertson.
You spelled it wrong. Yeah.
I spelled Roberson. And how is Andre Roberson not on the Oklahoma City Thunder? He is the best shooter in the history.
Shooting guard. Is that? Oh, it's Sidney Moncrief, right?
Yep, nice.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Kevin Garnett.
Would they put
Yeah,
Kevin
Towns.
Love as a? Oh,
It's
yeah. I mean, Kevin Love played power forward, but I was like maybe just to get him in there.
Wait, we didn't even.
Well, we
didn't go that way. We didn't go that way. I thought that was the Heat for a second.
Point guard of the Minnesota. Sam Cassell maybe.
Definitely.
Starberry.
Yeah, it was not Sam Cassell.
No, Starberry's not his actual name.
Oh, what is it?
Stephon Marbury.
Oh, I didn't recognize. I never heard that. I think I spelled Sam Cassell wrong. Oh wait, that's not who you were saying, but that's
no.
Oh. Whatever. It's not him.
Wally Zerbiak. That's not even a troll answer. It might be him.
Know.
It might be him. He has one of the craziest eyebrows of all time.
It was Wally Zerbiak as a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Small forward. We're just gonna skip them. I don't like them too much. New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson.
No.
I spelled it wrong enough. Random one.
Who?
Oh, Chris Paul's already there. Shooting guard for the Pelicans.
They're like, could they have Drew Holiday at shooting guard or something? I mean, this is a team that doesn't have. Yeah, I knew it. This is an expansion team, so they don't have a lot of.
Oh, Davis.
Oh yeah. Could they put Boogie at power forward or something?
No. It's kind of. No.
Boog.
I guess he's their sixth man. Small forward.
Peak Boogie was an animal.
Yeah, I don't know how he's on the Kings.
He's not.
You know what? They have a lot of guys.
Webber is a power. Who they have at center over him?
Chris Webber. Let's go to the Knicks. Walt Frazier. Ewing.
Starks maybe.
No.
Allen Houston.
Yeah. Small forward. Mello.
Ooh. Will they?
Oh,
Should the Knicks retire Carmelo Anthony's uniform?
The league should retire Carmelo Anthony's number. And at power forward, Jeremy Lin? No. Jeremy Lin's a six man.
Who? This isn't Charles Oakley, right?
Oh, it is.
Oh.
I'm not going to think of it. Let's go to the Thunder. West.
I'm forgetting someone obvious.
Oh, David West, of course, the power forward for the Pelicans.
I was unironically going to say him as the power forward for the Pacers.
OKC Thunder shooting guard Russell Westbrook. Point guards then has to be
Chris Paul for the bubble season.
I already put him in.
The glove.
Yeah.
Sean Kemp.
Ibaka. Really?
Sean Kemp is better than Ibaka.
He's power forward.
Yeah.
Ibaka is a center.
He played power forward for the Thunder.
Who's the son?
Steven Adams, Cantor were the centers.
Oh, definitely Steven.
No. That's... I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Power forward for the Magic.
They'll probably put Dwight Howard somehow just to fit him on the team.
Shooting guard is going to be, they already have Penny.
Interesting they list...
T-Mac as a small forward, I know. 76ers, Iverson. That's their point guard. Shooting guard?
Oh, that's Embiid. No questions asked.
It's going to be...
Dr. J's in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what
he's probably a small forward.
Well, fake Dr. J. Real Dr. J is Julius Randle. Shooting guard. I'm blanking.
Well, I mean, Allen Iverson is a shooting guard. So unless they somehow put Harden in here, this is what? It's got to be an old timer, probably, right? Like, unless they have like Iggy as a shooting guard. Which he wasn't that good to be their best shooting guard of all time, where you would move around the positions in the lineup.
It's not him.
Let's move on.
Yeah, Phoenix Suns, Barkley.
Phoenix Suns is going to be a pretty straightforward one because you got Nash, you got Barkley.
You have Walter
Stoudemire
Davis.
is probably going to be there at center, even though he was power forward. I'm going to be completely honest.
Oh, he's going to be for the Knicks.
I don't know who Walter Davis is.
That's going to be the Knicks power forward, by the way.
That's Damon Stoudemire. He has a different spelling than Amari, I think.
I think it is too. Yeah, it is. It's an E instead of an O. By the way, Amari Stoudemire is not the power forward for the Knicks. I guess that kind of makes sense. Who's this small forward, do you think?
Sean Marion?
Yeah. Trailblazers, Lillard.
Is Dame or Clyde Drexler the greatest Blazer of all time?
Dame. Small forward.
Do they have Arvydas Sabonis as their? No, it's Bill Walton.
Yep. Power forward. Gosh, I don't know. We have 7.5 minutes left, and I kind of want to get to some of these. I want to do the Celtics right now. It's Kuzi. Shooting guard is gonna be
Havlicek. That's not how you spell it. I think it's that, but without an H.
Yeah, it is. Bill Russell. Kevin McHale, Larry Bird. Brooklyn Nets.
Let me cook. Jason Kidd. Drazen Petrovic. What? Who do they say is a better shooting guard than Drazen? Don't tell me they have Kyrie as our all-time shooting guard. Don't tell me they have James Harden as our all-time shooting guard.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, the accent on Petrovic. No. Kenny Anderson.
No, it's definitely not.
Kenny Anderson was somewhere.
Who do you think their center is?
Our center's Brooke. All-time leader, franchise history. Who is our?
Hornets. Let's just get that. So it's gonna be
Kemba.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's bad.
Glenn Rice.
Bulls. We're gonna have point guard Derrick Rose, small forward Scottie Pippen, power forward Dennis Rodman.
Ooh, who's
center is Artis Gilmore.
Yeah.
Shooting guard is
Michael Jordan.
Patrick Williams, who's a power forward, but he'd play small. He'd play shooting guard on that team. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mark Price.
Yeah, Price, and it's gonna be, bro. It's not gonna be anyone on that 06 team.
It's Ilgauskas, probably.
What's his first name? How do you spell it?
Something with a Z.
It cannot be Sojourner Ilgauskas.
It is Ilgauskas, 100%.
No. Okay.
The Mavericks. That's interesting. So you obviously have Dirk, right?
No Doncic.
Luka's not an all-timer. Especially when you had Kidd and Nash come through.
Yeah, and
there.
neither of them are there though.
Oh, interesting. Is Jason Terry an all-time Dallas Maverick? No, he's not. Interesting.
We're at 105. 101,
what's his
150, by the way.
face? 3. Rolando Blackman.
Yeah.
Maybe.
2.
Oh, and then the shooting or the small forward. It's
well, I can.
M.
He's thinking Moncrief.
No. Whatever, we'll come back to it. The Nuggets. Please tell me the Nuggets have Jokic as their all-time.
I don't think
center.
it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Point guard, we got probably Fat Lever.
Yeah. And then there's small forward. Come on, I know this.
Oh, it's Alex English.
Detroit Pistons. We have Isaiah Thomas.
Rip.
Yeah.
My guy. Oh!
Wow. Ben Wallace. Oh, John Wall for the. Whoa.
They don't have.
We don't have either of them. That's their only final. Oh no.
I don't know about Dennis Rodman over Ben Wallace. That is shocking.
Ben Wallace is a center, but even you would have him on over.
Wow. Well, they probably have Joe Dumars on there.
Yeah. 3 minutes left. If there's any
trying to think, who was that wing on the Knicks? He was on there for a while. I don't know why. I remembered his name for
let's
a
try
second.
to. Let's just get goats. John Stockton.
No, don't.
No. I just mean guys that are stop.
The Utah.
Oh, we could get the Spurs really quickly. Duncan.
Tony Parker.
Robinson.
Duncan Robinson. Miami Heat
Parker
legend.
and Ginobili.
Huh? Oh, it's George Gervin. That's why.
Gervin.
Yeah.
I wasn't shocked. That wasn't him. Wizards.
The Wizards. They don't. Oh, Elvin Hayes is in there, no doubt.
Yeah, that's their.
You have Wes Unseld as center, probably.
Yeah, that was who I was thinking.
John Wall is listed as shooting guard. So
yeah, so there's a point
who
guard.
do they have as their point guard? Don't tell me it's Gilbert.
Oh, it's Arenas.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Agent Zero.
That is a good shooter. That's a good shooting backcourt. Let's get someone on the Hawks. We have no one on the Hawks.
The Hawks, I bet you they have Al Horford or Paul Millsap to represent those
2015 teams.
Yeah.
I swear
they definitely got my guy Dominique
Wilkins.
Imagine we got Bob Pettit up in there. Huh? Oh, okay.
Spelt it wrong. Mutombo.
Yeah, should be, at least. Dikembe Mutombo.
I'm spelling.
Guard for the Hawks. Don't tell me they got Spud Webb or something. Joe Johnson, probably. Right? JJ, maybe. ISO Joe.
No. We're at 119 out of 150 with a minute and a half left to go in this quiz.
I don't know why I can't remember.
Raptors. Can you name any Raptors?
Kyle Lowry, DeRozan.
And shooting guard. Anyone from the Kings you can get?
Peja, probably.
I can't spell Peja.
Stojakovic.
I know. Peja was for the Kings.
Could the Jazz have Donovan Mitchell on there somehow? Or Rudy Gobert?
Oh, it's definitely Gobert.
No.
I don't know anything about those 90s teams. All right, we have 45 seconds left. We're at 122 out of 150.
Well, I want to focus back in on the Pistons for a second. So we said Rip. We said...
Did we just spell the names wrong?
Put in Hamilton here. Okay. No.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Who was the Knicks?
If we get
who was
one
the power forward on?
Let's try to get one for the Jazz right now and one for the Mavericks, and then we get more than two on every one. Anyone for the Mavericks?
No.
I have their center in my head. Who was the center during those Dirk teams?
That Tyson Chandler.
We ended with 122 out of 150. We got 81%. The average score was 63%.
Doc Rivers.
We missed Vince Carter. That was bad. We missed Grant Hill.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't count Vince as a shooting.
But we should have gotten him for the Raptors. So the bad. We missed LaMarcus Aldridge. Whatever.
They have Bradley Beal as a small forward.
That's annoying. That's really a small team. And you have Wes Unseld as your 6'9" center.
They have Andrew Wiggins as the all-time small forward, and they have
Ricky Rubio.
Okay, that's just inaccurate. Starberry and Sam were better.
So the bad misses, we had Vince Carter was a bad miss. That would have been 2. Grant Hill we should have got. Brad Daughtry we probably should have got.
I wasn't gonna get him.
Willis Reed I should have got.
Oh no, Pistol Pete.
I you know what the crazy thing is? I thought of him and I just was like, when we were doing the Celtics, I was like, you said John Havlicek. Oh, so I got to put Pete Maravich in, and I never got to it.
We also forgot Mitch Richmond. That was bad.
Yep. Anyways, it was an alright quiz. It was fun. And
I forgot to look at the Blazers. We should have had Brendan Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge.
we should have had them. Well, yeah, we should have.
And if we had more time, I think we would have.
Yeah, that 20
went
minutes
over
is kind of
130.
short for that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think we could have gotten one. I think we could have gotten 130. I wonder what the, whatever. I think I actually do have a Google account.
On to our draft now.
Yeah, I just want to see who's like our worst myth. It's got to be Vince Carter.
Yeah, Vince Carter was a bad one. And it was also bad that for each of our respective favorite teams, we got one wrong.
Yeah, we got one.
I just didn't consider Vince to be a shooting guard. I guess he did technically play it because it was Kid, Vince, Richard Jefferson, but the way they were putting people at their positions, they were downsizing them. So I didn't think of Vince to be a shooting guard for that.
Okay, so you got first pick last time, so I'll get first pick this time.
Fair.
For this MLB draft, the first pick of the draft, in left field.
Latrell Sprewell, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He used to have a really nice jump shot in 2K.
Oh.
With the first pick in left field, number 25, Barry Bonds.
That's fair.
All right.
Whether you believe he should be in the Hall of Fame or not,
He's the best baseball player.
You cannot deny that what he did on the field was the best, so he should be the best player for this because
yeah, I mean,
I'll
give him more steroids. I'll give him more steroids.
We're just plucking him out from history and putting him on the team. So those steroids are coming with him, whether we like it or not. For me, that's interesting. I think when I'm building my team, right? Actually, I'm not going to give away my strategy. But I think we're looking at we want Ken Griffey roaming in center field.
All right. What are we talking like positions?
Positions don't matter that much. If you're an outfielder, you can throw them in anywhere.
No, you can't throw anyone in center, but you can throw any center into corners, and you can throw any corner into another corner.
Okay, well in that case, I don't know that Ken Griffey actually played that much center field, but
in real life,
I think he did, but
yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. was a center fielder. I would say.
Yeah, but he moved to the corners.
Every center fielder does. Yeah, he moved to right field for like a season, and he DH'd.
Yeah, okay.
From 1989 to 2006, he only played center field.
Okay, that's good. All
right, yeah. Okay.
You know what? My team is ethical. We don't like steroids.
With my second pick, I'm gonna go with I'm okay not getting this guy, so I'm not gonna take him. I'm gonna take. This is hard. Right field. Hank Aaron.
I lied. My team loves steroids. I'm taking prime Alex Rodriguez as my shortstop.
All right. I was about to take Aaron just because there's no other who are you gonna take? That means you can't take for infield though. It kind of matters. You can't just take.
He played shortstop.
No,
in his prime.
Now you can't take Jeter and put him at second.
I mean, I could in theory.
No, they have to have played there.
Fine.
He did not play any second base.
Fine, he didn't.
My DH.
What?
We have a DH.
Yeah, no, but why are you picking a DH now?
I have the best 3 hitters of all time. Babe Ruth.
I think I can compete with that. Just
okay. All right. Fine.
Okay. Interesting.
I know who my starting pitcher is going to be, by the way. And I mean the reliever. I know who I'm going to pick. I'm assuming.
Yep. Actually, I can't say that word. But screw you. I'm picking Mariano Rivera.
I was just gonna say if you take Mo, I'm just gonna take Gagne.
Gagne cannot beat with Mariano is like the clear and away best reliever.
I understand.
Yeah. Gagne is not.
But now my first baseman. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It's between two guys. I don't know who I'd rather have. I feel like you're gonna make fun of me for whoever I pick. First baseman, I'm going to take the greatest right-handed hitter of all time other than Hank Aaron, Albert Pujols.
That was not who I thought you were talking
You
about.
thought I was going to take Gehrig.
I would disagree with that statement that he's the greatest.
Oh, well, I think A-Rod and Hank Aaron are better.
Interesting. Pujols. Now, question, that's prime Pujols played at third base, but you're putting prime Pujols at first base, right? So it's just
fine. Then I'll put him at third. That's fine.
Well, no. I'm allowing it. I'm just clarifying those rules for later. Like, I can pick someone in their prime.
Like if you end up moving Ken Griffey to a corner, you're Ken Griffey's prime Ken Griffey.
Okay, so I can.
Babe Ruth never DH'd.
But say when this
A-Rod's prime was probably when he his prime
was shortstop. But like say this person didn't move to this position till later on in their career when they weren't as good, I can still take the prime version of them and then put them at that position. Essentially. Because that's like what Pujols is, right?
Pujols played a lot of first.
Not till he got to the Angels.
Let's look at this.
He did third base and left field with the Cardinals.
And first. Yeah, he played first base, won an MVP playing first base primarily with the Cardinals.
When?
Right here. Position, third base, MVP 1. Position, first base, MVP 1. Position, first base, MVP 1.
I swear he played more third with them.
Your pick.
So can I or can I not do that later, though?
I mean, we got to be realistic with it. Like, if you're...
All right, we'll evaluate.
We'll evaluate when it comes to that situation.
I'm going to pick Ricky Henderson, and I'm going to...
Put him in center?
Put him in center and shift Ken Griffey over to one of the corners. Actually, no, I'm putting him in left field.
Well, he played a good amount of center, but Ricky Henderson is a left fielder. I like that pick. Solid, great bat, actually. And patrolling the outfield. My center fielder, though, and my outfield's complete after this pick of Michael Trout.
No.
You have Mickey Mantle over him?
I would easily take Mickey Mantle over him.
I was thinking about it.
There's several people I'd take over him.
I was thinking it, but if we're just taking a prime of players, I don't really care their all-time greatness.
I guess. I personally think Mr. Michael, to an extent, is overrated.
I do too. He's never won a playoff game.
Not that that's his fault. I just also don't think he's...
I'm just taking his prime.
I guess.
Bro, I should have pissed you off and taken one less player and just taken Shohei. That would have been funny.
I would have respected that heavily. I'm gonna take...
Bro, I'll get rid of Babe Ruth. I'll do that.
No, too late now. No givebacks.
Or I'll just... You know what? I know what I'm going to do.
No.
No, it's fine. Fine. I have an idea.
I'm gonna take... I don't know. I had an idea, but I don't know how much I'm in love with it now. I have. I'm gonna leave that open for later. I don't have a catcher yet, right?
No, neither of us do.
I'm gonna take. Who should be my catcher? Between two guys. With the way my team is, I don't want to pick someone that old, so I'll pick Johnny Bench.
Who's your other guy?
Yogi Berra.
Oh. Next pick, starting pitcher. No, I'm not doing that. Actually, no. I was gonna put Pujols to third, Babe Ruth to first, and I was gonna draft Shohei.
I just don't think that would work. I don't like. To
If
be
we're
completely
drafting the
honest,
best team,
that would not be a good. Like, he isn't an all-time great compared to these guys.
yeah, pitcher.
He's not as good of a pitcher.
Because
as
I'm
other
assuming we're between. Well, I actually don't know who you're gonna pick for a pitcher. I know who I think I'm gonna pick. Now you definitely catcher. There's no point in me doing that. I can get. Shoot, I'm really stuck because, quite honestly, I don't know too much about my middle infielders and corner. I don't know a lot.
I have guys. I'm actually debating a position switch because I'm not sure which one I like better for the fit of my team.
So I have all my outfield's done. First base and DH are done. The problem is if I take a starting pitcher and you're just gonna laugh at it saying you weren't gonna pick that guy, then I'm just wasting a pick, and you essentially have a higher pick than me. And you already got Mo, and there's no second best. So, I'm gonna take Chapman as my freaking closer. Bro, who do I pick? You know what I'm thinking right now? So I'm thinking, I'm just gonna take him. Give me Jeter. I was gonna take Ripken, but
That was all right. So, actually, no.
you were gonna put Jeter at second.
No. That I'm not gonna say it just because my positions are still open. Second base is a position that, in my opinion, doesn't have a lot of depth in it throughout history.
I know who I'm gonna take at second base.
I personally believe I'm gonna go with Joe Morgan. I think he fits the profile of this team very well.
And at second base, I'm gonna take Pete Rose.
Pete Rose did not play that much second, did he?
Pete Rose is a primary second baseman.
Did he? Was he?
Pete Rose did not play
Yeah.
second base.
That's what I thought.
I cannot take him then.
I was like, I might be like having a very tough moment here, but I'm fairly certain he did not play second base.
He played first. Some corner outfield. He played second base. Okay, so I'm not crazy. He played second base in the beginning of his career. Then he learned how to hit, and they moved him to first. So I mean, if we're going with the Roy, he played second base.
Well, that was what I was asking. I was saying, can I move someone who played it not in their prime?
Yes, I'm saying yes, and
Oh, well, you said no earlier.
I said we'll evaluate at the time. So fine, you can say no, but then if you ask me to do it, then I'm gonna say no.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm also not gonna be a.
So you're gonna say yes?
Yeah, I'll let it happen because I still think my team is better.
No, come on,
your team is a good collection of talent. My team is a team.
bro.
My team fits together. We have a good selection and balance.
A-Rod left Griffey.
A-Rod left Griffey. He left, like, shelves himself. Actually, Griffey might have been gone at that point.
Yeah, he might have.
I'm pretty sure. No. But that was not real Griffey.
Yeah, he only won an MVP.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he was gone.
See? He wasn't on the team when A-Rod left. I knew.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, A-Rod's. Oh, you know what? You're right.
A-Rod played a season after?
A-Rod left when Griffey was only fourth in MVP voting.
No. A-Rod played the 2000 season in Seattle, and Griffey was in Cincinnati.
Griffey left A-Rod.
Exactly.
Griffey left A-Rod.
Well, that was because Griffey was cooked.
That's because A-Rod was better than Griffey.
Yeah.
All right, who are we picking here, man?
So I have third base open. I have left field open.
Nope, right field.
Right
and
field.
First base and DH.
I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna take George Brett because
You need a lefty. No, you don't. That's your third lefty.
I'm fine lefty wise, but I like that fit. Now we focus on okay. I'm cooking something up.
I have 1, 2. Oh gosh, that would have been nice for me to get George Brett. Chipper Jones.
George Brett's better.
You know what? My bad. I'll pick George Brett then.
I'm just saying. This is what I'm cooking up.
All right, what are we thinking here?
So
I mean, now you have Griffey going to right and Mickey Mantle in center field all day, but
that's what we're thinking. But we're also thinking, do we need a little more power infused into this lineup? Because I think I've done
that's
a good
where I'm
job.
killing you. So old Aaron Judge.
I put Ricky in there.
Come on,
And
you know who you want to take.
I know I have Ricky in there to put bat on the ball.
By the way, you don't have a captain.
You have too many captains. So
I have one captain. Who was my other captain?
Babe Ruth built a stadium. That's captain like
No,
material.
Lou Gehrig was this captain.
Yeah, but it was the house that Babe built. So
House that Ruth built.
that if that's not captain, I don't know what else is. Lou Gehrig might have been the captain, but Babe.
That's why I didn't draft Lou.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
I was thinking about him. But
I
I
didn't
don't.
realize you had
I don't.
Who are you gonna take?
I don't
Mark?
mess with people who are that old.
You gonna take Markwold?
Who?
Mark McGuire.
No. I will go Mickey Mantle just because we're trying
In right field or center field?
in right field. We have a profile, and he fits the profile.
So what do I have? I guess I'll go with my last batter, who will be a catcher.
Oh, because you pick your reliever.
My closer. And my catcher, I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking Posada, but I think it would be a terrible pick.
Posada would be a terrible pick.
Mike Piazza.
A lot of steroids on this team.
You know what? Who?
Piazza, Barry Bonds, maybe Pujols last year. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right, well, you have A-Rod.
Yeah.
And Mickey Mantle injected horse steroids. So.
Can't blame him. And you know what? I want some more steroids. Give me Randy Johnson.
Good.
Peak Randolph.
Oh,
man.
I was going to give you last season of his career, Randy. All right, so I have my starting pitcher now. So I'm between Pedro, Clayton, peak Clayton Kershaw. I don't think I'm going to draft him, but I'm just going to show you.
I know he cooked.
Peak Clayton Kershaw. I mean, the only thing is, you know what? I'm not even going to. I'm going to take, or Nolan Ryan is my other guy. But I'm going to go with peak Jacob deGrom to completely neutralize Mickey Mantle, George Brett, Joe Morgan, Johnny Bench, Ricky Henderson.
He's not going to neutralize him. He's just going to get hurt. And then
In the middle of the game? All right, fine.
Yeah,
I'll take Pedro.
Picking Jacob deGrom would have been the most outlandish selection of all time.
Peak?
It doesn't matter. If you're building an all-time team, there's no scenario where Jacob deGrom can be included in the team.
All right, do you want to just give your first bit and your DH?
No, because I have some time to think on it, to ponder, if you may. I think we might need an infusion of power into the lineup.
Steroids.
I've been waiting on it. I've been thinking on it. And I think we're gonna go with the big hurt, Franklin,
For DH?
for undetermined. He's just on the team, but I don't know if I want him playing first or DH yet.
Closing pitcher. This is the guy that one gets called.
Is gonna blow the game. Actually, he probably won't even get in the game. Tough scene for him.
Pedro Martinez. That was a good one. I was not expecting that. Okay. So this is who I'm between. Gagne, prime Gagne. Won a Cy Young, got 50 saves in the season.
Washed.
Trevor Hoffman.
Washed.
You know what? You picked Mariano Rivera with your third pick, and your team suffers for it.
No, it doesn't. My team is elite. Joe Morgan's the best second baseman. You have a guy who doesn't actually play second base there. Your defense is going to be a little bit washy-washy, you know. Pete Rose is going to be going to turn double play, and he's going to be like, oh, no, I only played this position for the first 3 years of my career.
We are doing one, take back, though. You can, if they're not, if they're not drafted.
No take back.
If they're not drafted, you can.
No, I already gave you Pete Rose. You can't just get a take back now, too.
Okay. Closing pitcher. Eric Gagne. Gagne.
I love me some Eric Gagne, but he's not touching my guy, Mo.
You know what? He doesn't have to hit against him. That's the best part.
He could.
Closing pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. World Baseball Classic, Shohei Ohtani.
Cool. Put him in there.
No. Gagne. All right, who's your DH?
Now this is the question, isn't it? Right? Because we could opt for. I can now reveal the strength of my team. This is a team that we believe is going to go in there. This is one of the more elite fielding teams you're going to see. Nothing is dropping in that outfield, right? We've got that on lock. We've got Joe Morgan as a wizard over there at second base, right? We don't know. Maybe we want to get a better fielding first baseman in there, but also we could get a big.
Oh, I meant to take this guy.
See, Ricky, boom.
I meant to take this guy.
Teddy Baseball. Too old for my team. We don't do old people. So look at what position they have Albert in.
First base.
Oh, okay, it's fine. See, look at all these people, members of my team. Okay, fine. Steroids. No, not a second baseman.
Oh, you're an additional thought.
Yeah, see, Ken. I mean, what do we need at this point, right?
Well, you need one guy.
Well, yeah, but what do we need? What do we value more? Fielding, power,
or just well-rounded hitters like my team has.
Mm-hmm. Noted.
Oh, they didn't have Barry Bonds, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Split your report.
Yeah.
I love me some Griffey.
You know what? I think we need.
There's one guy that if you went with, I would respect the pick a lot.
We need a winner.
Yeah, this guy's a winner.
We need a guy who can face adversity.
This guy faced adversity.
And we need a lefty.
This guy's a lefty.
We need a man who has been described as large and also big poppy. Put him in there at DH and he's just smash.
All right. David Ortiz.
Who were you thinking of?
Bryce Harper. He's not a real winner.
No.
I would just respect it. Okay, my team. Oh, I should have said Shohei. That would have been funny. My team: Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, Derek Jeter, Pete Rose, Yippee Youns, Mike Piazza. Starting pitcher: Pedro Martinez. Closing pitcher: Eric Gagne.
I'd just like to point out this would be a terrible fielding team. Just put it out there.
Barry Bonds, Gold Glove winner. Hank Aaron, Gold Glove winner if they had it. I don't think they did. Albert Pujols, holds his own. Mike Trout,
if you're putting
great glove. Pete Rose, I don't care. Chipper Jones, he doesn't care. Mike Piazza, that's terrible. And then Pedro, Greg Maddux is his backup. So,
look at my fielders though. We got zero liabilities.
Wait, is that a strikeout? A flyout?
Doesn't matter. If you put a ball in play, we're getting it. We're there.
Anyways, you want to recap your team? Let's see the.
Ken Griffey, elite. A-Rod, elite. We got Mariano. You're just not touching him. It doesn't matter. You have Ricky Henderson, elite. Johnny Bench, elite. 0 stolen bases for you. Like, my team is going to be running wild on Mike Piazza. We have Ricky Henderson, No one is slowing him down, especially
Get on
not.
base first. Get on base.
Ricky Henderson hit what? What was his career average? Didn't he have a near 400 season? Or
you know what? You know the best part? Barry Bonds is just gonna
get intentionally walked. Guess what? Because you know what? We're a smart team. That's what this team is designed to do.
Oh gosh! All right,
we play defense.
I'm gonna say the team: Ken Griffey, A-Rod, Mo, Ricky, Johnny Bench, Joe Morgan, George Brett, Mickey Mantle, Randall Johnson, Frank Thomas, and David Ortiz.
Yeah,
that's your team.
Yeah, and you want to hear our manager?
It's my pick. I'll pick my manager first.
All right, fine.
Aaron Boone.
See, now we're gonna win. I picked Joe Torre.
I was gonna pick Joe Torre. Well, I'm actually gonna get who's the Astros guy?
You're gonna pick AJ Hinch or
no,
Dusty Baker?
Dusty Baker.
Go for it. Yeah, we're out managing.
My manager is gonna be LeBron James.
Out managing you. Joe Torre is gonna intentionally walk back.
Bro, the refs always love LeBron. He's never gonna get tossed. They're gonna give him every call.
I'd love for him to not get tossed because then he remains your manager. He's gonna bring in Gagne in like the second inning. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I thought a pitcher pitches 1 inning." LeBron doesn't know baseball. Actually, nope, he can't be your manager. It's a conflict of interest. He owns the Red Sox.
And you know what? David Ortiz sat on the Red Sox and they exploded. So,
that's not nice. Fat shit.
If you guys made it this far in today's episode, we really appreciate it.
40 views. Those
40
are our
views.
final demands.
Well, there's a lot more demands. If you guys want to
And
see
a
another episode
reply.
like this, and potentially a comment down below who you think had the better roster.
One comment. In addition to the one reply.
And 6 likes.
And 6 likes. Final demands.
Thank you guys for watching today's episode, the final episode of the Sideline Show. We hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great day.